to another West London Wine School blog, and on this very short one, I'm doing two wines from the country of Spain. There's a Spanish map here, just yonder my shoulder, and we're going to look at two districts next door to each other, near Barcelona, Tarragona area in Spain. So this is up here. First of all, we're looking at Priorat, this little orange blob, and surrounded that Montsant. Actually, we'll do the Montsant first of all. So, first wine from Montsant, and we have a Capcan Mastocole Barrica 2006 Montsant. This one is made from a blend of Garnacha, Tempranillo, Carignan and Cabernet Sauvignon, and it's not as expensive as Priorat, which is the more traditional style next door, or in fact what it surrounds. Montsant surrounds the Priorat district. Priorat's the famous one, famous small production boutique style and highly sought after, therefore quite expensive. Montsant is not as expensive. It actually is less well known. Production levels, there's around 2,000 hectares under vine, but it's a bit more than Priorat, but a bit bigger yields. And therefore a little bit cheaper, in fact a lot cheaper, because it's not as well known. Priorat's usually sort of 15 to 30 pounds. Montsant's you can pick up from 7 to 15 pounds. This is a £7.99 bottle. The colour of this is, yeah, it's got some depth, it's got a sort of medium intensity to it, not much a difference in colour, but it's the nose. It's very lovely, it's lovely on the nose. It's rich, crunchy black and red fruits because of the blend of grapes here. Yeah, it's lovely. So you do get these bright sort of red fruits and these little sort of plum character black fruits, and spices come through. Yeah, some spices, slightly peppery touch. And then this oak. It is very pleasing on the nose. It's got a wonderful barrage of character. And it's only 2007. So it's got years to go yet, this one. It will develop a lot more. They do develop a little bit quicker than Priorat here in Montsant. But still, they are still real good quality wines on the palate. Yeah, good fruit. Lovely crunchy red fruits there. A little bit of acidity, but a fine structure, tannin structure. And then it's a little bit too much to start with the tannins. They're a bit big. They need a bit of food. It needs a bit of food to take off the alcohol and the tannin. But then afterwards, that subsides a little bit. The alcohol's still there, but this fruit comes through. Lovely red curranty, red berry fruit. That's the Tempranillo and Garnacha here. And then these lovely light sort of spices, clove comes through as well. Yeah, it's really good. A good length and this lovely sort of vanilla touch to it. Not too much, little touch of vanilla. A very well made wine. £7.99, absolute bargain at that price, and it will get better and better. Fantastic wine from Montsant there. So that's the little brother of these two districts. Now we're moving on to the big brother. And this is from the winery Scala Dei. And Scala Dei is a winery that means stairway to heaven. It's named after the first monastery here, the first prior here, called Scala Dei, aptly named Stairway to Heaven. And they do a number of labels. They do the Negro label, which is their kind of 100% Garnacha label, which is the cheaper one, about sort of £10–12. Then they do their normal Priorat, which is sort of about £18–19. Then they do this one, which is the Cartoksha, which is a 2005, this one, and the Cartoksha is their top label. Smaller yields, and Priorat's average yields really are around 5 or 6 hectolitres per hectare. That's tiny, and that's where you get all this intensity of fruit character. This is a blend of Carignan and Garnacha. The two major grape varieties here, accounting for probably about 40-ish% of the plantings in Priorat. Yeah, the major two grape varieties, Carignan, which is Carignan in France, known as the bane of the European wine industry, specifically from France because of its overproduction. 200 hectolitres per hectare in some parts of France. It's not the case here. It's small, old bush vine Caranana. And like I said, the yields in Priorat 5 or 6 hectolitres per hectare. It's Cananan to its best quality. And the Garnacha, also small bush vines. So let's have a spell of this one. It's got, well, have a look at the colour. It's got good depth to it, quite deep, going towards deep, a little bit more than the Montsant, but a little bit more of a hazier colour, a bit of garnet coming through on the rim here because of its extra aging. But the nose on this, oh, it is simply stunning. Wow, I mean, it's got bright berry fruits, strawberry there, and red currant and raspberry, and then this lovely smoky come sort of vanilla come coconut touch. It's lovely. A little bit of tobacco in there as well. And some spices. That is wonderful. It's very indulgent. It really is enticing nose. Excellent. Not spitting that. That is fantastic. It's 15%, but you don't feel it. So much complexity there. You've got the chewy, soft texture. There's this sort of chocolatiness, but lovely soft red plum, berry character. This length of slightly meaty to vanilla-y touch and oak and smoke, and it goes on and on. Lovely little herbally touch in there as well. Outstanding wine. It's got character, complexity, length. It's got everything you ask from a very, very good wine. That's fantastic. So that is the Scala dei Cartioccia. It is fairly pricey, around 30-ish pounds, but still £30 of fantastic wine. It's well worth it. So, two wines. The least known, the Montsant, which is very good quality and up and coming, but still quite cheap. Buy it while you can. Mature it a bit longer. In a couple of years, a few more years, it will get towards the Priorat level. Not as good, but on that sort of stairway to heaven, as it were. And then there is the stairway to heaven, the Scala dei, which is just absolutely exceptional. And the one below this is very good as well. Well worth a try. Brilliant wines, majorly from Cananan and Garnacha. Brilliant stuff coming from the Tarragona area, just down the coast from Barcelona. Thumbs up to this part of Spain. Brilliant.